A boy is admitted to a school of monsters. Can he survive? Let's find out. Hello, my name is Melnibonean Menschklavier, and this is my review of Rosario to Vampire. But before we begin, please like, subscribe, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You done that? Cool. Rosario to Vampire is a shonen manga that was serialized in a monthly version of Shonen Jump between July 6, 2004 and May 5, 2007. It was created by Ikeda Akisa, who initially wanted to make a battle manga, but his editor made him write a harem instead. But he eventually made it into a manga eventually. A boy named Nono Tsukune is starting his high school year. The school which his father got him into because he couldn't get into any other. It is incredibly creepy, which is not helped when he discovers that it's a school for monsters, and he will likely get killed if found out. However, he meets a cute vampire girl by the name of Moka, who makes him stay at the academy. Moka wears a rosary that limits her abilities, which Tsukune can take off to make her unleash her inner power. Beside her, he forms a harem of monster girls who, together with him, belong to the into newspaper club and adventures in the monster school of commerce. However, starting with the arc featuring fight with the head of Public Safety Commission Lilion, in which Tsukune dies for a moment and has to be revived by Moka by giving him a blood transfusion. The manga starts to become darker in tone, especially as it starts to incorporate theme of discrimination monster world. This coupled with interesting display of this coupled with interesting display of writing prowess of the mangaka makes the manga truly great. Sukuna. He starts as this typical wimpy harem protagonist who is lovey-dovey with Moka and has to rely on his tactical harem to survive the Yokabi arc. However, he starts to become stronger when Moka is forced to give him blood on a regular basis, but he is at risk of losing his humanity as a ghoul. Oh, so there is kindness to girls who he essentially just met, or tried to kill him like Kurumo or Mizore. Mocha, the vampire girl with Rosario that gives the series its name when the Rosario is on, she is a lovely cute girl, and when it is off, she's a cold, elegant woman of action. A succubus who wanted to create a harem of boys at UK Academy, but fell in love with Tuksune. We see her struggle with her identity as a seductress who keeps boys as pawns, and her friendship with newspaper club members, which is interesting for her character. Kari, a cute young witch who is quite vocal, multiple pranks, and was lonely until she became part of newspaper club due to witches being discriminated against in the monster world. Rabi, another witch who is introduced living with her abusive mistress who tried to wage war on humanity. But joined our heroes when the mistress died. She does not have a lot to do this in this part, but she becomes quite more important in the sequel. Fiona that is introduced similar to Kurumo as antagonist. In this case, a stalker Yardner. But joins the character after her introductory act. She is a character that is called outside the past Ramuna, but quite sweet if you get to know her. Kinei, whatever president of the newspaper club. The character is used as some sort of shady pervert, but however he is later shown to have noble qualities by being very protective of members of the newspaper club. However, that does not change the fact that he was pretty much a creep in his first appearance. The art is decent at the beginning and only becomes better. I really like the usage of shadows to convey emotions over scenes, but there is some weird overvision to mouths which look kinda ugly. Spoiler warning, I'm about to spoil the ending. Go to the timestamp on the screen right now. You done? Good. The end of the manga newspaper club comes into conflict with an organization called Antifizz. As Antifizz is planning something on the day of the school festival, Tsukune is forced to help with the promotion festival being organized. He joins the festival organizing committee headed by a man called Hokuto Kaneshiro, who is revealed to Manga, who was determined to be the leader of the anti-test. However, when Sukuna hears about that, he louds that Hokuto is not that kind of loud. He then runs to the place for meeting for the festival committee, saying to himself that Hokuto is not the kind of guy, but he is proven wrong when he reaches the committee place and sees that Hokuto had destroyed the rest of it. Hokuto tries to kill Sukune, but his harem intervenes and is ready to fight Hokuto with him. But Rabi appears and says that Moka has been captured. When Sukune asks him why, Hokuto then says that he will not be able to comprehend his plan, that I will stop it like a good light Yagami as an clock of he is. Fight ensures between the harem and Sukune, and they defeat Hokuto, but Sukune thinks that Hokuto may have something good in him, so he lets him to the chairman of the school, who by the way was the one who made Sukune help with the school festival, who tries to imprison him, but Hokuto escapes and stabs the chairman, and starts displaying the barrier between New York school and human world. Sukune then starts a fight with Hokuto, who confines the harem into some sort of a barrier. Hokuto defeats Sukune, but he can hear Moka, who at the time is kept hostage by Hokuto underling Kirayoshi, familiar name, calling out to him. Also, Moka manages to take off the Rosario on her own and quickly defeats Kiria. Sukune body is at its limits, but Moka comes to aid him in the battle, but Hokuto teleports with them and continues to display the barrier between the school and the human world. Sukune and Moka continue to battle, and it's revealed that Hokuto was also a human at some point. Sukune and Maka managed to defeat Hokuto, but the barrier between UK Academy and the human world continues to dissipate. Fortunately, the rest of the Hamlet meets them and helps stop the playing of the barrier. By Hokuto them reminiscing about his training past eventually judge their effort. Later we see Kiria help Hokuto escape, while Harem and Sukune spend time at the school festival. Hokuto escaped from a hospital. The actual last of the arc of the manga features Sukuna's stubborn cruising visiting him at the Yokai Academy and her getting into trouble involving magic mirror that shows the monster's true self to being tricked by a Medusa teacher that was exposed by newspaper for petrifying her students and given in real suspension. After the Yokai school is temporarily suspended due to excessive damage in the battle with the Medusa teacher, the students are coming to their homes for a while. And that's this great manga ends with very good ending. But there are some things that are pretty weird in this manga, such as the teachers who frequent their class villains in arts, but finally this they are allowed to teachers Yukami Adami afterwards. This is a very good manga with likable characters and interesting plot. 7 out of 10.